Hello!
Welcome to day 89.
88.
No, it's 89. Oh, seriously? Are you gonna make me check?
If you want.
I'll be right back. It's 89. Turkey. Oh, shit. Okay. Hi. I'm back. Okay, so today
That was fun.
we are. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself.
Oh yeah, I did.
Today we are going to make shepherd's pie. And it is a carnivore shepherd's pie. I did this a couple of times, but the funny thing is I only wrote down like half the recipe.
Like she normally does.
Yeah, I know. But I know what I'm doing.
She shouldn't write a cookbook. She really shouldn't.
I know what I'm doing.
No, you don't.
So
Trying to remember what to do for today, and you're like,
okay, so instead of the vegetables in the shepherd's pie, we're flipping it and we're putting different kinds of meat in. So you can use any kinds of meat that
so it's
you
a meat
want.
pie.
Yeah.
Eh?
Don't mess with my name. It's
What?
shepherd's pie. Now leave it and back off. So today we're making a shepherd's pie. Now it's a different shepherd's pie because it's carnivore, right? So we're replacing all the vegetables with meat.
Wouldn't that be? Wouldn't that? Wouldn't that be a meat pie?
No, it's a shepherd's pie because it's not all meat. Because on the top where you put potatoes, we're
Egg.
gonna put scrambled eggs. So it tastes really good.
Oh,
It's
is that
really
where your
nice.
mind went?
Leave me alone. Okay, so come on in and let's get this going
On this meat pie?
on this shepherd's pie.
Ah, this is fitting for me.
You're in the frying pan?
Yeah.
Or in the fire. Okay, so you can do this one of two ways. You can put all uncooked meat in here, or you can put cooked meat in here. And I decided to cook everything up, and then we're just gonna add it together. So
Okay.
it's between 1.5 and 2 pounds of ground hamburger,
All cooked already?
ground beef.
Oh. No raw hamburger for me then, eh?
No, not today.
Oh.
2 ounces of beef bacon. 3 ounces of kubasau.
Kubasa.
This is a turkey kubasau.
Kubasa.
And I've got beef wieners, about 5 ounces. And if you cut them in different ways, like cut some bigger,
Got some smaller?
like cut the wieners bigger, cut the kubasau smaller, it just gives a variety to your dish, right?
Okay.
So everything's not the same
Size?
size. Half a cup of cottage cheese. A 1/4 cup of ricotta cheese.
And
And half a cup of broth. This is meat broth, but you can do bone broth too.
okay.
Now, if you don't want to put the cottage cheese and the ricotta cheese in here, you don't have to. You can just add a little bit more broth to it.
Sounds good. Could you add
Now he's coming up with ideas. I can hear his brain ticking.
dry cottage cheese?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, I know, I thought of that too, but we ran out.
Oh. How about wet cottage cheese?
That's what this is.
How about more cottage cheese?
And I'm gonna use beef gelatin.
Okay.
And I'm going to use a teaspoon and a half. So you can do it with just broth. And if you do it with the broth, you can add a little bit more gelatin if you want. And then you have to let it cook to cook off a little bit, eh? So it's been cooking for about 5 to 6 minutes, something like that. And juices have been soaking in and evaporating. Because that's what you want. You don't want to really like
Runny?
watered down, yeah, really runny base. And you keep stirring it and moving it around. When I fry hamburger, I salt it when I'm frying it. So I haven't put any salt in here. I haven't put any seasonings in here, but they take the flavor of the other meats that you've got cooking in here. And it actually has a really nice taste to it. But if you want to add extra salt or extra oregano or whatever, go for it. So we're going to take this and we're going to put it in our pan.
Ooh.
I'm going to dump it in there.
I like that frying pan.
Boy, it's a nice frying pan.
Yeah. I think we're gonna name it.
George.
No, Peter.
Peter?
Yeah.
Why?
Peter Pan?
Oh, wow. Oh, why did I not see that one coming? Oh my, okay. That one was bad. Okay, so I'm gonna wash the pan and we are gonna regain consciousness from that one. And we'll be right back for this next part. Okay, so I've got 5 eggs in here. This is the part I never write down. So I'm not sure if it's going to be too many, and if it is, I'll just feed them to Chance.
Okay. Yay!
We're going to throw in some basil.
Eggs for dinner.
Not that again. Okay, we've got some basil in there. We're going to throw some salt and pepper in. Not measuring, just dumping. And then we're going to beat them, and we're going to make scrambled eggs, and then we're going to add cheese to them to make them fluffier. And fluffy, cheesy goodness. It won't taste like a potato, but it works for carnivore.
So we're back to Peter.
So we're going to throw this in here. That is so funny.
Was that sarcasm?
Okay, so like I said, this is the part I don't. I think 4 eggs might be enough, but hey, we're living on the wild side.
Instead of not knowing what your recipes are?
I write mostly everything down.
Yeah.
I know, I lost
4
one of the best recipes. I made this recipe, it was so good one time. And it was supposed to be in the cookbook and I lost it.
Yep.
Totally lost it. So we're assuming, he's assuming, I didn't write it down.
You didn't.
I don't think I did actually.
And if you did, you wrote it on your whiteboard in here and then decided to erase it.
Yeah, I've done that. I've also written out, I've got scraps of paper all over the place with recipes on them. No names to anything, because I'm going to remember that, right? But, yeah.
Yep. Not finishing your recipes is like me not finishing sentences. Everything becomes incoherent.
Well, you know, it's funny because I look on the whiteboard too and it's like, I don't remember what this is. I'll just put like abbreviations and stuff, eh? I'm sitting here looking at the whiteboard yesterday going, what in the world is that?
Yeah.
And then parts of it get raced off because...
Time.
Well, no, because they get hit with the oven mitts or something. Eh?
Okay.
Okay, so there we go. Fluffy scrambled eggs.
Fluff it.
That's how a chef told me how to make them one day. He
Yeah?
said, make me scrambled eggs, and he looked at me going, that's not how you do it! He screams at me, throws my eggs across the room, and then... I had some really nice mentors. Like the one that used to throw coleslaw at me all the time. Never work behind that guy when you're working on the line.
Is he the
And
one that
it's-
lifted his hands behind himself?
Yeah, he would like use his hand if we're really busy. He'd use his hand, grab the coleslaw, put it on the plate, and then go like that, right behind him. And I was always standing behind him doing all this stuff there. Okay, 3/4 of a cup.
The cheese?
I was always standing behind him, like getting the plates ready and stuff. I got nailed with cottage cheese all the way, or cottage cheese. I got nailed with usually the coleslaw,
Okay.
because that's usually when he was really upset. And I had coleslaw all the way down my whites.
Tales from your past.
Yeah. You can tell we're getting used to being on camera now, because it's starting to
Open up.
open up and tell you stories. Okay, so this is good, and we're gonna move it over to. Can you see that?
Yep.
And we're just gonna put this on top.
Sprinkle it.
Try to. Oh, looks like the 5 eggs is good.
Okay. Aw. No eggs for dinner?
No eggs for dinner.
Just another day I'll have to fend for myself?
Oh, you poor baby, you. And
You might even be able to use an extra egg, eh?
well, you might be able to. These were farm eggs, so some of these dudes were kind of on the large side.
Yeah?
So if you can always fry up some more, but I think this is pretty good actually.
Okay. And then you're gonna...
We're gonna put some cheese on top.
I like the sound of that.
We're gonna sprinkle some marble on top. If you've got like a smoked,
We're putting marbles on here?
yes, because it's just for you. If you've got a smoked cheese or something like that, that'd be really nice on here. Okay,
How about Camembert?
and whatever floats your boat. And I'm gonna throw some feta on here.
Okay.
And then it's ready for the oven. We're gonna stick it in on 350, and we'll be right back when we take it out. So it was in the oven on 350 for 20 minutes, and then I put it on broil for about 2.5 minutes or so. So what do you
Ooh.
think?
Looks good.
Looks pretty, eh? I
Yeah.
usually let it sit for 5 minutes.
That's a good looking meat pie.
But we're gonna put some on here. There's a little bit of juice in the bottom. Not much, any.
Ha ha ha.
So what do you think of that?
Yeah?
That's your shepherd's pie.
Looks good.
Okay, so we'll see you tomorrow. Bye!